Good evening, mates. My name is Rani Ramon Gajam from BSMTB4. So, my lesson is all about Rizal concept of Filipino nation. So, let's go start. First, Rizal's greatest achievement was by giving the natives of the Philippines their identity. He was the first man who actually branded the Filipino as Indio, thus making him the first Filipino, according to historian Leon Maria Guerrero. Aside from this, he wanted to provide the Filipino confident, confidence in the past, faith in the present, and hope for the future. In this lesson, it aims to discuss Rizal concepts of Filipino nationalism and identity to instill the capacity of anyone to, to dictate his own self. Explanation. Si Jose Rizal ay may naging malaking part or may naging malaking papel sa pagkabuo ng pagkakakilanlan ng mga Pilipino. Dito, tinatawag niyang Indio ang mga Pilipino na nagbigay diin sa kanilang pagkakaiba bilang lahi. Gusto niyang ipakita sa mga tao na dapat silang maging proud sa kanilang pinagmulan at sa kasaysayan. The second one, Rizal believed that education was essential for Filipinos to understand their identity and rights. He saw an educated populace as the foundation for the nation's development and progress, allowing Filipinos to challenge colonial oppression and embrace self-governance. So, second, nationalism meant transcending regional, linguistic, and class difference to forge a united Filipino identity. He stressed the importance of unity to achieve collective goals like reforms and independency. His work promoted the idea of Filipino as one people with a shared destiny. Third, Rizal emphasized the importance of moral integrity, civic responsibility, and the rule of law. He believed that nation progress could only be achieved through personal and collective virtue. For Rizal, nationalism wasn't just political but also moral endeavor aimed at betterment of society. Rizal was a sharp critic of Spanish colonialism. Through works like No Limitang Hera and El Filibusterismo, he exposed the injustice and abuse of colonial rule, challenging the legitimacy of foreign domination and urging Filipino to awaken to their collective oppression. In summary, Rizal's vision of nationalism is both intellectual and pragmatic, grounded himself belief in the Filipino people's capacity for self-improvement and nation-building, yet firmly advocating for peaceful reform rather than violent revolt. Rizal encounter with Morgas Sesos at the British Museum and his intensive research there sparked his Humegas SST to combat colonial ideologies of lazy native march. There sparked his long interred of history. Two essays were published in La Soledad due to this, Filipinas dentro de 100 años and in 1889 and 1890, and Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos in 1890. This work contained his ideas on national sentiment or nationalism. Dito, ang pagkikita ni Jose Rizal kay Morga sa suseso sa British ay nagbigay inspirasyon sa kanya na pag-aralan lalo ang kasaysayan at ilaban ang ideyang kolonyal na tamad na ang Pilipino daw ay tamad. Nakasulat siya ng dalawang sanaysay. Ito ay nakasulat siya ng dalawang sanaysay sa La Soledad. Ito ay Filipinas dentro de 100 años at yung Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos na tumutok lalo sa nasyonalismo. Ayon kay Rizal, yung isang bansa na Vox Populi and Vox Dei or ang boses ng tao, boses ng Diyos, na nagsasabing may responsibilidad ang mga namumuno na alagaan ang kapakanan ng kanilang mga nasasakupan. Para sa kanya, ang ang bansa ay isang moral na komunidad na nakabatay sa kabutihan at sama-samang pananaw. But before we delve into his idea on national sentiment, his concept of nation is necessary to be established. Rizal's basic principle of nation is the vox populi, vox Dei, or the voice of the people is the voice of God. It means the ruler, whenever she exert power over the subjects. The ruler has political obligation to uplift the well-being of his or her subjects. The ruler, however, can in any way repress the subject. In such case, the subjects must perfect themselves despite perverted inclinations, like the tendencies toward indolence. It is therefore one's obligation to overcome struggles. Thus, when people aspire to harness their potentials by opposing injustice and promoting common good, they are actually fulfilling God's will. For Rizal, a nation, therefore, is a moral community founded on ethical principles of Rizal believed Rizal believed that country is community of people with shared values. The saying "Vox Populi" and "Vox Dei" it means the voice of the peoples is important and should be respected by leaders. Leaders have leaders have responsibility to look after their people. And in this, Rizal also said that it's not just up to leaders to improve the country. Citizens must also fight against problems and inequalities. Working for justice and common good is not just an obligation but a way of fulfill a higher purpose. And that's it, sir. Thank you.